It's interesting you mentioned about, you've done something wrong, but that's in your mind that you've done something wrong. Doesn't mean that it was wrong.
No.
Because everybody's world is different as well. So how you interpret things or information that comes into your mind, you have all different filters.
Fantastic. And do you have any success stories with any of the clients from that have used the NLP?
Yeah, it's interesting. So with one lady, and it could be just something, I suppose, that the one lady didn't like driving. Her son was going to go to university, and to get there, she had to drive on a dual carriageway, particular dual carriageway, and she just couldn't do it. Sorry, I just can't do it. I can't drive on that road. For whatever reason, she just couldn't do it. So we used one technique, which was what we call a switch technique, and we managed then to sort of change her mindset to no, I can do it. I can drive along that sort of that piece of road. And the next week, then she drove along it. She went to see the son in university, and she was overjoyed.
Fantastic.
By just changing the mindset. But it just made such a difference to her.
And it would be surprising how long that lady would have continued along her life, never wanting to do that.
Exactly. Yes, unless you change your mindset, then there will be something there stopping you from doing a certain thing.
And we don't compound that enough with time equated to not doing something because of something like this. So this lady could have potentially spent months where she's not doing something.
Yeah.
And where she could have spent like a couple of sessions or a couple of weeks with yourself.
That's right.
And would have saved her.
Yes.
And it has.
And it has. So she's gone to see her son at university, which is brilliant. She was just enjoying. She enjoyed just driving down there, just getting a cup of coffee at the other end, feeling calm, not feeling nervous, not feeling anxious.
Was it so much the stress of the cars going by, or?
You don't go into that detail. You don't go into that information.
Okay. That's fantastic. So I know it's really stupid that I just asked that question, but when your brain is working and you think, well, what is it? And I've just said, well, you don't go into the detail.
No.
But so that must be a comforting thought then for people who are looking to do NLP, is that they're not actually needing to delve into the detail.
No.
They don't have to explain themselves.
No, they don't. No. That's the beauty of NLP.
Because some people, like myself, and I'm saying some people, but I say, we don't always like to admit, not so much that we're wrong, but the way that we reacted was wrong.
Okay.
Because I know better, but then you look back and you go into the detail, and then you don't get ashamed of it, but you just like, I shouldn't have done that. I didn't do that. And then that itself becomes a vicious cycle. Whereas with NLP, you don't need to worry about that. Let's just look at.
And it's interesting you mentioned about, you've done something wrong, but that's in your mind that you've done something wrong. Doesn't mean that it was wrong.
No.
Because everybody's world is different as well. Yeah. So how you interpret things or information that comes into your mind, you have all different filters. And the filters are based on different experiences, different values, different beliefs. So we all have individual type of worlds that we sort of, what we believe in.
And that must be really weird for people to, because we all have our own perception of reality, and this is where we went off in the multiverse. And
exactly.
that is the exact thing, because my mind went off on a tangent.
Yeah.
But it is interesting that with people's beliefs, the religious beliefs and everything, that we do have our own reality, and reality with my belief and everything doesn't always complement another person's. So we live in different, and that's why
we're different.
Yes,
we're just different, and what might be wrong doesn't mean it's wrong. It just means that maybe it wasn't the right thing for you to do, and there may not be sort of the sort of the wrong sort of concept in that world.
Yeah. And I think that's a thing that I got to get out of as well, is saying that I was wrong in this situation, because it might be something stupid like setting up the cameras or doing something, or if someone's been speeding through the village and the way that I've reacted to them.
Yeah.
And it's just like, perhaps it's not a wrong reaction, but I think the way that I need to look at that association is that it's just an emotion.
Yeah, it's your emotion, it's your reaction based on the information that you're seeing at that point in time. And you're reacting to that information based on previous experiences or your values or your beliefs.